Hello, everyone, and welcome to this evening's TF Together session with Artistic Director and founder of the River to River Florence Indian Film Festival, Selvaggia Velo, who will be speaking to us this evening about their 20th anniversary celebrations and ongoing cultural projects. So perhaps, Selvaggia, we could begin with how the festival came about, almost 20 years ago now, and why were you inspired to bring Indian film to Florence?
Hello, and thank you for inviting me on your lovely TF Together this afternoon, this evening. It's lovely, and I know we know each other, the Florentine and River to River, since many years, and it is a pleasure to be back again here doing something with you. So yes, Jane, thank you for the question. This year the festival is celebrating its 20th edition. It will be in December at Cinema La Compagnia from 3 to 8 December. And it is the only festival of Indian films in Italy, and it's been a journey. I mean, it has.
Nice.
And the inspiration was quite by chance, I must say. We began organizing an exhibition of Indian movie banners in '98 here in Florence. The big Indian movie banners painted by hand, 6 by 3 meters, so very big. And then we went on, and then we had live shows in '99, and then we won, why not an Indian film festival? So in 2001, without really having a very clear idea about, I mean, I knew a little bit about India, a little bit about films, but I thought that it would be a very good idea to put together these two passions, let's say, and why not organize an Indian film festival with absolutely no experience in the field, nor not at all in organizing film festival.
Passion counts for a lot. Passion absolutely counts for a lot.
Absolutely, like that. I mean, that's how it began, and you know, a lot of instinct, a lot of work, a lot of trying things and seeing how they work out, and trying this and that, etc., etc. And yes, and so this is how it began, and the name of the festival comes exactly when that is its mission, and it's the heart of the festival is in the name. So it's River to River Florence Indian Film Festival, which is the subtitle, let's say, to explain what it is. But River to River, we are in Florence, and the festival is born in Florence, and it takes place here. So from the Arno to the Gange. Arno is the river that is here in Florence. For us who live here, the Arno is very important. It is a point of reference on which side of the river do you live. How is the river today? How is it looking? I mean, at least for us Italians who live here, maybe also for you people who were not born here but who live here, I guess maybe it can be a point of reference. Of course, for the Indians, for the entire India, the Ganges is the river, is the mother river. I mean, it is, no? And so it's very important symbolic meaning. So it is from one river to the other, the flowing of cultures through from one country to the other, through culture, through the visual arts, and through cinema. So like a pouring of, you know, from one to the other, like this, continuously. So that's the idea behind it.
That's wonderful, and particularly important now more than ever, I suppose, to see cultures merging in this way and the importance of that. So I think it's fantastic to see Florence hosting such an intercultural festival.
Thank you.
What is it specifically about Indian film that you find so fascinating? Could you explain that?
Well, as I said, it began quite by chance. Then I was absolutely drawn by them. I mean, I knew a little bit about the classics, such as Satyajit Ray and another few, but I didn't know much. So I did my homework. I studied, I watched films, I read books, I did all that, of course. And I must say that India and Italy share some things in common, apart from the love for cinema, but we love food, we love our families, and we love cinema. And our cinema is important for us. And Indians look at Italian cinema with to neorealism, with a quite important eye. And we here in Italy have been in these years, apart from me, but Italians have been getting more and more interested towards Indian cinema. Of course, the bigger part of Indian cinema that people know is Bollywood. Right. So when I meet someone and they say, "So what do you do?" and I say, "Oh, I work with Indian cinema." "Oh, Bollywood." That's the immediate thing gets to me. Right. And I say, "Oh, yes." There is also other things apart from Bollywood. Now, Bollywood is the song and dance, lovely masala movies, love stories, amazing, that I am absolutely a fan of. We have screened Bollywood in the years, of course. And there is also independent cinema, there are crossover films. There is a lot. It is not only Bollywood. So the aim of the festival is to showcase Indian cinema 360 degrees in all its forms. We have, in the past years, we had gone also on series, on web series, because it's very popular over there. So why not? I mean, we want to show a little India here during that week. And so that's what we do.
And there are more aspects to the festival outside of cinema as well, am I right? You celebrate Indian food as well. Or could you talk to me about some of the other events you do outside of the screenings?
Yes, of course. So, of course, in normal times, we have, yes, we must say, this year's a topsy-turvy year for everyone, I guess. So in normal times, we have photo exhibitions, we have parties with Bollywood music and DJs. We have Q&As, talks, morning talks, Q&As, of course, with the guests after the screenings of the film. We have all these things that merge together and are around the side events of the festival. Then throughout the year, we organize also screenings of Indian movies in Milano, in our best of, in Rome, in our best of. Milano usually is in the winter, Rome is in the summer. Then we have done things also in Bologna. Now, of course, this year, as I was saying, is all upside down. So we will see, but we will surely be there in December. This I can say, I can confirm, to celebrate all together. It will be a fabulous 20th edition. It has to be celebrated. And we will be in the screening hall physically. And also, I mean, following, of course, the rules and what will be possible to be done in that moment of the year. And we will also reach a bigger audience by having a virtual theater. So the entire festival will be also in the virtual theater of Cinema La Compagnia. So people will be able to follow it sitting from home, in Italy, of course, very comfortable at home and watching. And then we will see what we will be able to do in those days. Now, of course, during the year, to bring our audience hand by hand, or bringing our audience and trying to put our creativity and seeing what we can think about. We have been doing quite a few things on the social media in these months, and we will keep on doing them, to be there and to show our audience that we care for them. And of course, we want to be there with them also through this complicated moment, and to make them also used to a new way that will maybe be there, probably be there also, together with the physical screening in hall. So we have been doing on Thursdays our river to river chai times. As you know, chai is an Indian, it's the Indian tea that you drink with sugar, milk, and a lot of spices, cardamom and others, and of course tea. And chai, the special thing of chai is that you drink it at every time of the day and in any occasion. And it is a welcoming thing, it is a friendship thing, it is a bonding thing. So chai is very important, not only for Indians, for all a certain part of the world. And so you go in a market at a tailor, he will offer you a chai. You go in a very elegant house, at people's house, and they will offer you a chai. So chai is absolutely always and forever. So our river to river chai time is exactly that. So be comfortable, sip a glass of tea, of chai, and have a chat. So we are having these on Thursdays. And actually this Thursday at 3:30 p.m. Italian time, we will be chatting with two journalists, one Italian journalist in Bologna and one Indian journalist in connection in Mumbai. And we will chat about different lifestyles, about what is going on now in different parts of the world, for example.
So to bring us back one moment, could I ask you maybe about some of your highlights of the 20 years of the festival? What has stood out for you when you look back on how the festival has grown and changed throughout the years?
Well, I must say that I remember every edition, because every edition has had a little, has had little things, surprises, complications, or beautiful things. So every edition is particular, and so I have a memory for for each edition, of course. It's been, as I said, a roller coaster. I mean, it's been really a journey, and now thinking about it, it makes me quite emotional. And also with the people that have been working with me, there are parts of the staff that have been with me since the first edition, and some of our audience that has been following us since the first edition. And for this 20th, so we have, of course, in all these years, we have screened the big maestros of Indian cinema. We have had retrospectives, homage, and we have also showcased, of course, the contemporary Indian cinema with the features, the shorts, the documentaries, and the guests. And we have had also super guests coming over, great stars of Indian cinema, and it's been really lovely to have them over. And we were honored, and I'm sure that also the city of Florence played an important role when inviting them, because they were always very happy to come here. And so for this 20th edition, we have in mind quite a few things. We will have to see what we will be able to do, but and how and what. So we are still working on it. So we will, of course, keep you posted.
Absolutely. I was about to say, when do you think we'll be able to have the program for these events so people can tune in, or is that as well with the
so for the moment we are doing these, as I said, on Thursdays, these river to river chai times, and then the festival is in December, so still quite far away. Our deadline for entries is mid-September, so the program will be ready in around October, November. So there will be still time, but on the social media, everything will be shared, and we have on each Saturday, for example, we give a little live information about a film, an Indian film that we suggest that can be seen on Netflix or on Amazon or a movie on these pay on these channels, and just to keep the attention alive and always there about Indian movies, because it is important, because it's what we like to do, and we know that our audience likes them, so we try and pamper them.
Have you seen the audience in Florence grow since the beginning? Have you seen that Indian film has found a new fan base here in Florence since the festival has launched?
Oh yes, I must say that the audience has been growing in the years, and I thank them all for following us with all their love and support, and year after year. And we have also audience, being the only Indian film festival in Italy, we have also audience who comes from other parts of Italy to follow the festival. We have a little fan club of Bollywood hardcore girls coming from the north of Italy who come every year, and it's lovely, and they all get rivered, because our hashtag is Get Rivered. Absolutely. And so everyone, all those who come, like to get rivered.
And what about the next 20 years then? A big question. The ambitions. What are your ambitions for the festival, and where are you going to take it?
Okay. So, not an easy question. No. Especially in this moment where, as I said, everything in this is a little bit upside down and topsy-turvy. But yes, well, of course, I must confess we are extremely focused on the 20th. Right. But yes, I am already thinking about the future, of course. And I would like the festival to grow, to reach another level, to have more sponsors, and so to be able to do more and more things, and River to River not being, of course, the core of the festival. The River to River is an Indian film festival, but I would like it to become like to contain and also other things that concern India, to become a real very, very big event. Mm-hmm. But as I said, we need also more sponsors to do this. So
it's fundamental to support something of that nature, so that does have that space to grow then and become a cultural landmark in the calendar as well.
Yes. And we have actually in 2015, 5 years ago exactly, we had done a crowdfunding campaign, and the Florentine had also helped us, and we had succeeded. Now we will think about other ways of finding our sponsors. And then we have our tote bag. Here it is.
Lovely. Really
the
good.
Bag, it's the River to River bag that is with us year after year. I think many people from our audience have it, because we have been gifting it, and we have it in different colors. We have been gifting it in different colors throughout the years. The festival, is like an entity. It has a personality of its own, and so like the hashtag, the bag represents it. And yes.
Wonderful. You've been sharing such interesting information about the festival. I'm curious to maybe go back to your interest in Indian film and where that started. Was there how did you come into Indian film as your passion and now work?
Well, I must say that I at university, I studied humanities, but I was more into theater and music more than cinema. I always went to watch films in theaters. That's something that I have always done since I was a kid, and I always loved it. And this I've always done, but I did never really study. I knew, as I said, a little bit of Indian cinema. Nothing was available here. I mean, very little. Maybe in the night on Rai 3 at 1 o'clock in the night, an Indian movie would go. That was the way of watching them. So I knew a bit, and then and I must say that, like my Indian friends say, oh, there's no reason for you to do this unless you were Indian in your previous life. They say, or else it doesn't. There's no. I mean, why? So, but I must say that, as I said, it began by chance and a lot of instinct and a lot of, obviously, an attraction, because or else I wouldn't, because you do something if you're attracted also to it, no? I think that's normal. And so, and with a lot of, my first trips to India after the festival and on festival purpose, not as holiday, but for the festival, have always been quite, I must say, thinking about it now, quite smooth and very natural. My work relationship with people over there, and speaking about this thing that I was doing here, very, very simple and very smooth, I would say. As if it was something that I had, very, very easy to interact, also with people I never knew, but with this topic, with this world, with these Indians from the industry. Some have become friends, some are just, people I know like this, but it's been many years. So, and I understood that, and I had an instinct I always followed. Sometimes it wasn't the right thing to do. I have also done mistakes, of course, like everyone. But I have always, I dived into things. Now, so let's try. So I would go to someone, go up to someone. Also, if I didn't know that person, and say, hello, I'm doing this and this and this. And I was also very quite upfront, when at the beginning, when you don't know, you try, you do this, you do that. But it was always something very natural. So, so that's how it went. Then, of course, year after year, you build up your relations, you work, it becomes more concrete and more professional. But I have really followed quite an instinct, I would say, in all this.
It's excellent to see something of this nature last through the years and people's interest grow constantly year after year. So I'm sure the 20th anniversary celebrations will be something people will already be jotting into their agendas. Is there anything you can reveal to us already about the anniversary celebrations, or, as we've said, is it all still waiting for the final confirmation, or is there any event in particular that is already decided?
Of course, we are. It's as I said, it's very early now, and we really need to understand. I had in mind quite a few things, but I had in mind a super party. Now we need to know if a super party is possible. For example.
Yes, I hope yes, anyway.
Because 20 years. Or, I had in mind quite a few things. We must see if these things are possible. But I must say that this moment for all of us, each of us is living it in a different way and reacting in different, with different mindsets and things. But it is really a stimulation for creativity and to think about new ways of doing things. And maybe some of these new things that we are doing now will keep on. Maybe they will be useful also in the future. Also in 1 year, we will maybe still do certain things like now, some meetings or some things like this through all these Zoom and things. No, of course, nothing is lovely like the human. Like having your audience there in front of you and the guest and this is something that is incomparable, no? So I frankly say that I really, really look forward to being in that situation again. Maybe not this year, maybe next year, generally, but yes.
No, thank you. I've asked my questions, I guess. So if you'd like to share anything else with us, or about maybe going back briefly again to the Chime Time sessions and when people can tune in for the next one.
Oh yes, of course. So as I said, our Chai Times are live on YouTube and on Facebook of the festival. I think. Oh, someone said, Gail says I love chai. The point of chai is it's really you can drink it in any moment of the day. That's morning, afternoon, evening, and it's really it makes you cozy. I don't know.
Any comfort right now?
Exactly, absolutely comfort. Oh, someone is writing a long thing.
Yes. Hello to everyone in Florence, bringing back memories of her favorite cinema, which is the Odeon. And I think that's actually something I wanted to refer to, is when you mentioned about in-person experiences.
Yes.
Cinema is such, for all of us who are passionate about film, there's nothing quite like it. And
exactly.
You're waiting for the figures on the screen.
True. And we had our the festival took place at Odeon for quite a few years, in the beautiful cinema Odeon, and it was there that the superstar of Bollywood Amitabh Bachchan in 2012 was our main guest. And I must say, Amitabh Bachchan is he was 70 in 2012, so he's a bit more than 70 now, and he is someone who every Sunday he comes out of his balcony at home. There are hundreds of people under his balcony. He has temples who are devoted to him. And I would say when we invited him, it was the year of the 100 years of Indian cinema. So I said, let me try and invite the top. Right. Now, the top can always say no thank you and we can go. But let's begin from the impossible. But the impossible became possible because he said yes. So, and I remember organizing all this, and I had really no clue what I was going into. So once I realized that the thing was getting quite big when we gave out the news and I began receiving phone calls, 2012. So this social media was very, very small in those times. I began receiving phone calls from Indians from all over the country.
Wow.
All kinds of people, Indians and non-Indians. I mean, all kinds, I would say. And people who would ask me things such as, may I sit behind him in the screening hall? I would like to see the back of his head.
Oh, okay.
May I be invited to the cocktail? We had a cocktail, because only being in the same room with him would be an honor. And a lot of things like this.
Oh, okay.
So then I said, maybe we should hire a few bodyguards. I hadn't thought about it.
Yes,
we did the right thing. We did, and my God, you cannot imagine. The people of audience still remember. All those who were there remember. He entered the screening hall, and he was wearing a black glittery paillette jacket with a lovely trousers and slippers. I mean, super chic. The entire cinema just stand up and applaud and not. I mean, it was really, really amazing. So, and so we have had also moments like this, and this took place at Cinema Odeon. Ria, ecco.
Yes. Oh, wonderful. I hope moments like that are soon to be had again in the future.
Exactly. And I remember he had a fan, lovely blonde lady coming from Northern Europe, who was obviously a fan of his, and he knew her, he recognized her. So she came with an enormous bunch of flowers, and he said, yes. He said, okay, she can give me the flowers. He's very tall and he has this beautiful voice and very charismatic, Mr. Bachchan. And she gave these flowers. I mean, so all this, that was, I would say, a unique moment. But so all this human contact, of course, of people interacting and sharing a moment together, that is something that we all hope we will be able to go back soon.
We'll say yes, we will be, and we'll leave it on this positive note of
Yes.
great to have an event that we can already pin down as something that will be happening in December, and
Yes.
look forward to many moments of cinema experiences together with us, like of such a nature is incredible. So people can get in touch with you then on your website, and
Yes.
also Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and then also your YouTube channel where they can see the River to River Chai Time sessions.
Exactly.
That's wonderful. And I'd just like to thank you again for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. It's lovely.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And thank you for those who have followed this this chat.
Everyone who's tuned in, thank you so much. I'm sure you're left as inspired as I am to go delve deeper into Indian cinema, which I have to say I do not know enough about. So you've inspired me to learn more.
So this year you will come, and in the meantime you can follow a little bit of what we suggest on our Saturday mornings suggestions.
Absolutely. No, I will be absolutely tuning in. And thank you again to everyone. And if you'd like to see the upcoming TF Together sessions, you can find them on our website as well. So thanks again, Selvaggia, and looking forward to tuning in on Thursday to your Chai Time sessions as well.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.